What is going on, guys? Popey17 here, back to you with a different video on my channel. I mentioned this in the ideas for series, and you guys went ham in the comments, and you guys did want a Pro Clubs video. So I'm gonna start. I guess it's my own series. I'll do it over time, not often. It'll be like over time, quite over a while. You'll get these every now and then, but this I'm gonna call it my 2 cents. Now, if you have a better name for this series, leave it in the comment section down below and I will take it into consideration. Might do a poll on Twitter or something, but yeah, so if you have a better idea for the name of the series, let me know and we'll suss it out as a team. So basically, this video will be today on Pro Clubs. Now, just quickly, if you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you do enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. You want to interact with me on Instagram or Twitter, links will be in the description down below. But without further ado, into the episode. So, it will be today about Pro Clubs. I'll be giving you basically my 2 cents on the game mode. I have played a lot of Pro Clubs over the last few days. I think at least 30 odd games in the last couple days, just, so haven't recorded all of it. I've recorded a lot of it. What I'll be basically going over is what they've done really well, what they can probably do to improve Pro Clubs, the new features like the new growth system, which I will talk about in a lot of detail probably very soon. And then basically what I'll do is, once I've shown you what the new growth system is, we'll go to some highlights over the last few days for me and my Pro Clubs team, which is the Little Birds FC. Shout out to Big Boy, Imihimovic, Slade, Gilly, and Keg. They will be the guys that you will be seeing in today's video for some, and there's some absolute blinders in there. Won't tell you who scored them, but there are some very, really good goals. So big thumbs up to those guys for playing the games with me to make sure I can get this content up. And without further ado, let's get into the new growth system. Alrighty guys, so this is a new screen. So you can see here, my player has 89 pace, 82 shooting, 77 passing, 84 dribbling, 40 defending, and 70 physicality. Now, it's a lot different. You can look at, your individual stats. So like, you can see there, I've got my 84 finishing, 83 shot power. This here I've got, my 85 attack positioning and whatnot. And as you can see, the stats are going up. That's basically coming from my last game, and I have not checked the stats since. Now, another thing you can do is, so if I click into a stat, you can see player traits. Now, what happens is you get skill points. So if you can see here, I've got a long shot trait on, I've got a penalty trait, a weak foot trait, pace here. And what you can do is, so I could actually take the pace off, which drops me from 89 to 85. And I could, let's say, go and upgrade my long passing and my short passing. And all of a sudden I've got 69 long passing and 86 short passing. But if I take them off, upgrade my pace. Or I could say I could put on a second win trait or a strength trait. And the more games you play, the more skill points you earn. And eventually you can put skill points on different stats. Now my suggestion is, and thank you to Slade Gilmore 7 for this, the main trait you should upgrade first is this one here, weak foot. 5-star weak foot is so important. 5-star skills, not so much. You don't really need the 5-star skills in Pro Clubs, but you need 5-star weak foot. I missed an absolute sitter because my club went onto his right foot and just blew it over the bar. So if you can get yourself the skill points, and it costs 3, get yourself that weak foot because it means a lot. Now, as you would recall if you played FIFA 16, it used to be on accomplishments, how you level up. You'd have to, kick 50 goals, kick 20 goals, rah. Nowadays, in the Pro Clubs game, what will happen is, when you finish your game, it'll say, 40 seconds till next match. You press the A button, and a little picture will appear on the screen of yourself, your match rating, what you've done for the game, and then down the bottom, it'll have, I think it's 6 stats, and you'll see that they actually go up. So what will happen is, when you play your games, your stats will actually increase on how you play. If you kick a goal, your goal scoring will go up. You kick a penalty, your penalties go up. You do a lot of passing, your passing goes up. You defend well, your defending goes up. So now, basically, you improve on how you play instead of getting certain accomplishments to unlock a certain stat. So, and it'll basically mean your player will be based on his strong suits. He will be molded into the way you play. So if you score a lot of goals, your finishing will be high. If you don't pass often you miss a lot of passing, you won't be as such a good passer. So basically, your pro will now mold into the way you play. Now, they haven't actually done this into my player, and it's something I would really love to see in the game mode, but we will talk about that on another episode of My 2 Cents. So yeah, basically, that is the new growth system, and yeah, so that's not too bad at all. And as you can see down here, when this actually loads back to the main screen, I'll show you a couple more things about, the club, and all whatnot. So you can see here, I've got my guy, he's 84 overall, 5'8", 160, and here it's got, what position you've played. So I've played 76% of my games as a forward. I've got my statistics, which aren't very good, as you can see. I'm not actually very good at pro clubs, but there's a few, there will be my highlights in there for you. And you can see I've got my club, which is the Little Birds. We're in Division 4 right now, so that hasn't really changed too much. It just shows, your record in your last games and whatnot. You've got the trophy cabinet. That's all the same. You can go into manage your team. You can see how your teammates are playing, what their best stats are. So that's all exactly the same. You've got the leaderboard here, which shows the club world table. It'll show you how many clubs, how many teams in each division. So you've got 887 in Division 1. To 12,000 in Division 10, and you've got 68,000 teams in Division 9. So we're currently in Division 4 with 6,500 teams, which isn't too bad. We're trying to push to get Division 3, and I have a feeling that hopefully tomorrow, me and the boys will jump on and we'll get ourselves to a high division. Because as you can see here, we've got 4 games left, and if we win all 4, we should get ourselves 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah, we should get ourselves. I think we can get away with winning 2 and drawing 1 with 4 games left. So, it'll be decent. But yeah, and then you've got your history, as you can see there, and all that type of stuff. Obviously, your drop-in's the same. You can go, so you can either play a drop-in game, which will go into. I'll show you what happens. What'll happen is, so basically you go into the drop-in menu, and it'll have all the players down the middle, a home team on the left, an away team on the right, and then you basically, everyone in the thing will go to the sides. You'll pick home team, you'll pick away team. Then after that, it'll go to the positions. Now it's first and best dressed in the drop-in matches. Most players will jump for striker. So if you are a striker, you've got to be quick. You just got to go up twice, press A, and that'll get you your striker position. In the clubs, it's the same. Basically, you and your team know exactly what positions you are. So what'll happen is the captain jumps in first, then you guys all jump in after, and it searches for a match. That's how you find a game, basically, and they're the 2 game modes. I highly suggest you to get your friends, go find yourself a club, and all that type of stuff. Now I'm going to get into the highlights, and I'm going to talk to you my opinions on pro clubs. Alrighty guys, so here we're in some gameplay. As you can see, I think there's 5 of us playing. This goal was an absolute ripper. That's from our captain Slade. That was a brilliant goal. So anyway, yeah. So I think at the minute there's 5 of us playing, and it's quite enjoyable. I'm really enjoying pro clubs at the minute. It's so much fun. Everyone's getting around, and it's just good to play with other people as well. This guy here scores. He misses this, but I think he scores a ripper after that. But yeah. So anyway, the growth system. So if you watch him there, see how he's dribbling extremely well, passes it off, and then he gets it back and scores an absolute blinder. Now for him, his dribbling will go up, his shooting will go up, and his passing may go up. So basically, if you're doing all those little bits and pieces, it'll improve your stats incredibly. Now, I find that also in pro clubs, if the opponent has a goalkeeper, it does make it easier for you. I feel like the CPU goalkeeper defends better than the normal goalkeeper, except in penalties, as you'll see here. Now, as you'll see here, the bloke isn't a very good penalty taker, and the CPU there does make the save, but normally the CPU won't save a penalty, and it'll just knock it away. But I'm telling you, I'm absolutely loving pro clubs at the minute. It's such a good game mode. I'm not sure that it has been getting the love it should be the last few years. I mean, this year it got a massive upgrade. It's that new growth system's it's changed it completely. So if you haven't tried pro clubs out, definitely go in and definitely give it a try, because I mean, this is probably, at the minute, I'm enjoying pro clubs more than I'm enjoying FIFA Ultimate Team. Like, it's crazy. You can see, like, these guys here, I'm playing with some good players. The through ball, it doesn't pay off, and I do think that the opponent scores off this. I'm not 100% sure, but just watch it, and hopefully you guys do enjoy the highlights. Now, that's going to be, I think that's all for me. I've basically explained, what have I explained? I've explained the growth system, I've explained my thoughts on pro clubs, I've explained the joy of playing with other people. So, just quickly, towards like the end of the video, if you haven't tried out pro clubs, trust me guys, just give it a go, play some drop-in matches, find some friends to play with. Like, see here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another guy coming, 5 blokes all celebrating together. It's an absolute ripper of a game mode. You'll see some goals from me. I'm the guy with the blue on top of my head. Actually, I score there, tuck it in the bottom corner. So if you haven't tried out the game mode, I highly suggest to try it out. And so basically now we're gonna go through the highlights. I'm gonna talk you through some of the goals here, and then I'll talk to you guys for the outro. So this here, that was a lovely 1-2 pass. Then I pass it I pass it to him, then he passes it back to me. I tuck it in the bottom corner. This goal here, again, you watch here, a lot of 1-2. So the guy there gets the ball, flicks it off to myself, I flick it off to Winning Lumsley, and then bang, Imihimovic gets the goal again. So you can see there's a lot of the time you'll pass the ball, and if you're playing with unselfish players like I do, you'll see here that you get it. Another one here, this here is absolutely brilliant. If you watch here, the cross it in. That was probably my favourite goal. I know it's not a goal, but that's probably my favourite goal on pro clubs here at all. Now this one here, big boy Liam went AFK, and as you can see, I don't think he wanted me to show that in the video, but sorry mate, it goes in. Another nice goal there from the opposition, but I mean, I think it's a very good game mode. Like, I'm gonna do probably Ultimate Team next. So if you don't play much Ultimate Team, if you're an offline gamer, you'll see Ultimate Team. Then I think I'll do a career mode after that, and then I think that I will go to my player after that. I think I'll go to my player. You can see here we've changed kits, so we've now got a blue kit. We found that we were clashing with the referee too much, and it just wasn't suiting. It just wasn't suiting the thing, suiting our game, because sometimes we pass to the referee. You can see here, this is a lovely another goal I score. Do I score that? Oh no, the computer scores that. That's actually one of our mates. He went AFK and scored it. So that was a nice goal there. Now, if you guys want to see me do like a pro club series where I play the games and then actually commentate over it and show you guys our progress from Division. Oh, that was an absolute blinder from Trey. Okay, guys, that's where the footage ends. I was just saying, if you guys want to see me, I know I was quite talking off the cuff there. I hadn't really planned what I was going to say. The video went for longer than what I was going to talk about, but I thought it would go for that long. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed watching the highlights. Now, if you want to see me actually play pro clubs and commentate to you guys and show you my progress from Division 4 to Division 1 with the boys, so let me know in the comment section and I can start up a pro club series. Or if there's anything you guys actually really want to see in pro clubs, let me know in the comments and I'll do another video on this. Now, if you want to see more my 2 cents, I'll be much prepared for the new one, so I'll have lists written down and we'll go through everything in detail. So if you really want to see that, hit a big thumbs up and I will get to you on my 2 cents in the next fortnight. Maybe even the next week if you guys in the comment section tell me you want another episode of this series. I think that's all for me. So until then, you just need to kick it and rip it, and I'll see you next time. Peace!